My dear brethren, today I am communicating with you in times of a severe threat to humanity in the form of an invisible enemy. The ill effects of the novel coronavirus, COVID 19 as it is popularly known as, outbreak, are being felt by each and every one of us. All of us are in a state of a country-wide lockdown, of course, for our own safety. There have been many advisories in general to avoid gathering at public places to mitigate this risk of the dreaded disease. All of you are also aware that the WHO has declared this to be a pandemic. Situations like this, which is considered emergent, calls for absolute caution and care. I would urge my brethren to stand together with each other and take initiatives in pouring a healing balm of consolation into the bosom of the afflicted. Above all, strictly follow the government directives of social distancing and refrain from all kinds of formal meetings. Please do remain home, remain alone, remain safe, and thereby keep others safe as well. Do not forget that we are on the wrong side of our age, and this enemy does not discriminate between age, status, or our place of abode. Brethren, it is so difficult for me to exhort each and every one of you to refrain from doing something which we cherish most in our lives. That is, fulfill our Masonic duties, meet our brethren, spend happy evenings with them, and sharing our experiences with our brethren. But I must, for the good of you all, and we all know that this temporary phase will soon pass away and we will regain the lost grounds very pretty soon. All of us must show the necessary patience to defeat this virus by temporarily suspending our Masonic meetings. I will use my inherent powers under the book of the Constitution to see that the continuity of the lodges is maintained and no one is deprived of his unbroken service. However, you may well utilize your idle time today in making a daily advancement in the Masonic knowledge, attending informal virtual meetings, and in propagating the principles of Freemasonry to our brethren and to the world at large. But how do you do that, my brethren? It is in these times that our Masonic principles should be put to their fullest use and our founding principles of brotherly love, charity, and relief should be practiced in their fullest splendor. The circular issued by the Grand Lodge of India and the Grand Secretary regarding putting the essential elements of Freemasonry, that is, charity, into practice was well received by the lodges, and information of the fantastic work done by our brethren has already started pouring in. I may inform you that the Fund of Benevolence of the Grand Lodge of India has created a separate and dedicated fund of rupees 25 lakhs to match the contribution of our lodges and the brethren in relief work undertaken by them. The trustees and the honorable members of the Grand Board have acceded to our request to utilize this fund for the relief and rehabilitation of the afflicted. The 4 regions have also started their work in right earnest and are motivating the lodges under the respective jurisdictions to initiate work of assistance to the afflicted in their respective areas. I exhort each one of you individually to join each other in extending relief and support to all who need it now and here. My brethren, let me remind you that at the time of your initiation, you are called on to give in the cause of charity. And remember, if you could not, since you entered our doors poor and penniless, and also remember the massive helplessness of the occasion and regulate your future conduct. Today, we have many citizens feeling the same way, away from their homes. You were also exhorted then that should you ever meet a brother in such distress circumstances, you would wholeheartedly support him. Today is the time to remember that vow and exercise that virtue. Rise to the occasion and generously contribute to the cause of charity by sending your contribution to your respective lodges, regions, or to the Grand Lodge. It will be thankfully received and, of course, very faithfully applied. This comes with a rider, of course, that nothing should be done by you which would be detrimental to yourself, your family, your business, or your connection. Alternatively, the brethren in the lodges may provide relief and assistance in any form relevant to the needs of their local areas. But in these testing times, you all must rise to the occasion and fulfill your heartfelt desire to practice that virtue which has justly been denominated the distinguishing characteristic of a Freemason's heart. As per information available to us at the Grand Lodge, Brethren Lodges of Nagpur, Ahmedabad, Surat, Hyderabad, Kanpur, Delhi, Chennai, Coimbatore, Calcutta, just to name a few, have done some excellent work in this field and are continuing to do so. And I exhort all the Masonic centers of the country to follow suit and inform the Grand Lodge of the wonderful work done by you. Brethren, it is also the proper time to take care of our own brethren, particularly the senior ones, who might be alone now due to the migration of the children in other cities or countries. Kindly keep in contact with them on a regular basis and support them in whatever way possible for you. Please see that they have adequate supplies of grocery and medicines, since they may be unable to venture out of their abodes due to strict curfews being implemented or the lack of proper assistance to do so. I also request all the brethren to immediately call their respective region or the Grand Lodge for any assistance they need in any part of the country, whether for themselves, friends, relatives, or acquaintances. Remember, my brethren, we are all just a phone call away from you. My brethren, these 21 days will also give us an opportunity to take a stock of our life thus far, the God's work that we have and have not done up to now, our days of accomplishments, failures, helplessness, joy and happiness, and also to plan for our future. It is always advisable in life to temporarily halt and take a stock of ourselves and our actions in the past and restart with a fresh vigor. This is a God-sent opportunity to do so. Remember, my dear brethren, without proper reflections on our past, we may blindly go our merry way, creating more unintended consequences and failing to achieve the aim for which we all are born. It also gives us an opportunity to forgive ourselves for all the mistakes that we have made in the past, promise not to repeat them, and rediscover our true selves. Asking forgiveness of those whom you have inadvertently hurt will automatically come to you. Remember, my brother, the purpose of Freemasonry is to pass through this journey of self-discovery. I have personally discovered many ambitions, achievements, experiences, and aspirations of my family members in the last 1 week, which I never knew nor had the time to find out due to my busy life. This learning had made me a better family man, and I'm sure that many of you may also have passed through the same experiences as well. Such difficult times binds us to our families and friends. We are well taught that no Masonic duty takes precedence over the welfare of our family and connections. In the end, I would like to remind you that God has given us a fingerprint which no one else has, so that we can leave an imprint on the sands of time which no other person can do. I wish you good health, strength, wisdom, and courage to tide over this testing time and evolve with flying colors. May the blessings of the great architect of the universe, be always with you.